Buncombe County has submitted $29 million worth of properties so far for a buyout program that promises to buy homes on sites never to be built on again.
News 13's Kimberly King talks with owners in a waiting game, as well as a woman who participated years ago. She says she got half the value of her lot.
A Helene landslide here in the historic Grovemont neighborhood of Swannanoa took out a house that was right here. The only thing remaining on the lot now are these concrete steps. Now, this sweet little house, it wasn't just any old house. This was an affordable rental property. And the owners intentionally did that, knowing that our community here in Buncombe County has an affordable housing crisis. And now the property owners face a crisis of their own, trying to decide whether to continue paying a mortgage on a house that doesn't even exist here anymore, as they wait to see if a federal buyback program of this lot ever comes through.
It's a kind of situation that you try to put in the back of your mind and not think about, but it's just always there. If the Hazard Mitigation Grant doesn't come through, there's really no path that's a good path financially with this, with an outstanding balance of $133,907.
Over $133,000. That's the mortgage amount still owed for Amanda Williams and her husband on a Helene house destroyed.
The mortgage company is not going to wait 2 years to get an answer. And I've been told the county has the answer. The county knows if my application's been approved or not.
So we have 151 batches in Group 3.
Amanda's in that batch. So are those 151 applicants in Buncombe County approved for this program?
We are working through that from the county level right now.
Who did you speak to that told you the county, Buncombe County, knows whether or not you've been approved?
Steve McGugan.
Hazard Mitigation Grant Program is a program by FEMA that is...
Steve McGugan, State Hazard Mitigation Assistant Director, declined our interview request, but emailed Amanda. Once they complete their review and return it to North Carolina Emergency Management, the Group 3 application will be formally submitted. Amanda has spent the past 9+ months politely but tenaciously trying to get an answer. I need to provide an update for my mortgage company.
Letting the people, the victims of Helene and any other natural disaster, know what's going on. This is our livelihood.
Brad Hughes, Buncombe's manager overseeing buyback submissions, says he's doing all he can to get funding.
We do empathize with our folks.
He submitted the first group of 23 buyouts in February. 7 months later, the group is still getting reviewed in FEMA offices.
At the end of the day, you're selling your home.
Anna Weber completed a 2019 study on the Hazard Mitigation Program. The headline from the nonprofit Natural Resources Defense Council report sums up what she found.
We found that in some places it can take 5 years or more from the date of a major disaster.
My name is Annette Kennedy.
Annette spoke with us from New Bern. Hurricane Florence destroyed her home, estimating her property and land was worth about $125,000. What did she get?
It was not quite $65,000.
Did she think the buyout was a fair amount?
No, I do not. I was like, what else am I going to do? So I just went ahead and signed the paperwork.
The thing that we're seeing with climate change is a change to the way that hurricanes can form and the kind of devastation that they can produce.
It's hard, but a year's time you get somewhat desensitized.
Steve and Carrie Heo believe in climate change. A Helene landslide destroyed their home. The Hendersonville couple also signed up for the federal buyout.
I was told that it was a long process. It was a minimum of 2 years.
Of course I would like President Trump to see this. Of course I'd like him to do something.
President Trump came in January.
You need your riverbanks fixed, you need a lot of roads fixed, and we're going to get it done in rapid time.
In days.
We did get an executive order from the president.
The U.S. Army Corps got moving, but our Amanda and the Heo struggles something President Trump would get involved with and try to help? A year after Helene, their stories, facing huge financial and emotional tolls, continue.
Even some small amount would help, because we obviously don't have a home.
If we're in this circumstance and don't know what's going on, there are people who lost the roof over their head that are in this circumstance. And I think the least that the government can do is have a more transparent and clear process.
A FEMA spokesperson by email says Buncombe County's first group is, quote, nearing completion, but they couldn't provide a date for us. A state spokesman emphasized this isn't a recovery program, but one meant to eliminate dangerous properties. Right now, no homeowner has had a buyout in Western North Carolina. We'll continue to follow this story to see how much homeowners ultimately are offered by the program.